Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12, and conference implications are aplenty. As we'll see, the Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense getting set for first down. They'll run it from the gun. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. A little screen to the running back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going. The screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way.
Returner goes out of bounds.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. He's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one. He wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win. You want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He's got it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Oh, he wants it all. Throwing down the sideline, and it's a big play down the right side.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it down the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all this stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And to open the second quarter, they'll start with a field goal try. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Lined up. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And the pass falls incomplete on the fake field goal, and I'm not sure they'll go back to that one again. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. Here comes that Alabama offense. Running back searching for a hole. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. And they get the sack just like that.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Unloads it left. And this senior quarterback... Hold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
After the misconnection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And that pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 20, the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open grain, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield. And
touchdown tie! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. App State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Mountaineers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Comes out throwing on first down. Gets it out quickly. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Leaves it with the back. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Makes the grab. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
it's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
And back to the air on second down. Makes a connection. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Going up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off. The defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Spits it out to the back. This one's complete. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, the play's over, get down on the ground, don't take too many of those big shots.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fair catch, called for and made. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer it, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
To the air on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
And they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element always there, always in the backfield, making plays.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He finds his man. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Let's see what they've got on second down. A little release to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Quick completion on the out route. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. They finally make the stop at the big run. There was plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Canes will snap it on first and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Going deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Really, really nice play, and I love bringing speed on the field. The more dime packages, the better on those 3rd down situations. Now I got faster guys chasing in the back end with the receivers, and when the QB scrambles outside the pocket, I got a DB now going to try to get that QB. Makes all the difference in the world.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way.
Return goes out of bounds.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. They're working that left side. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you could spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's got his man. really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He caught it. Touchdown, Bama! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. On to attempt to try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Arkansas delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Fayetteville. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the 1st play. You need to be successful and productive on that 1st play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge and just try to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
On the option. He'll pitch it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete now.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the catch. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They're trying to slam it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option.